Hi there. Good evening, everyone. Before anything else, we're going to read some comments from the comment box below. Okay. Good evening from Rose and San Juan. Good evening to you. Um, Good evening po from Alex Javier Alvarez. So, good evening, Kathleen May Lirios from Tinma University of Pangasinan. Good evening to you. Good evening from Amy Trina Garcia. Good evening, everyone, from Hitesh Kumar Sharma. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so good evening, watching from the Philippines. From what's the name? Oh, okay. Other people say another day, another dollar. But you know what I say? Another day, another chance to grow because every day is learning process. Isang mapagpalang araw sa inyong lahat. A very pleasant evening to all of you. My name is Josiah Mark Benosa, a college student from the Philippines, and I am your tonight's host for this very special webinar. I welcome you to the Institute of Global Professionals. Yeah, that's right, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this kind of event. It's my delight to welcome all of our institution of global professionals international free webinar. Yes, you've heard it right. International, it's free webinar. Okay. Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for giving us your valuable time. And it's my humble request that please, to all of you to make us till the end. For I am sure that you all will collect many key takeaway learnings and payoffs after this webinar, okay? Each time you can like, comment, and also don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in the comment box below. Okay? And these certificates can be acquired later after the webinar. So let's watch together and learn together. We believe that the power is gained by sharing knowledge, not by hoarding it. Okay? Once again, I'm Josiah Mark Benasa, a member slash a core volunteer in IGP from the Philippines. So yeah, every day new participants are joining with us. So I have to give a little concept about the IGP. So what is IGP? IGP or Institution of Global Professionals serves student and community resource, providing holistic and social work and education to create a proficient generation. IGP is leading on online skill development institute with thousands, not only hundreds, but thousands of learners worldwide. We make it get able to use for every knowledge seeker to originate personality, to be more ambitious, being confident to face any circumstances and to develop your own skills. Our mission is to empower our youth, so stay with us with your support. Okay, just an update. We have already completed 372 webinars successfully. Just wow, okay? But today is a very special day. We are presenting the webinar number 373. And without further ado, I present to you our today's topic entitled The Importance of Self-Worth and Self-Awareness. Again, the importance of self-worth and self-awareness. Yes, that's right. With our very special speakers. Okay? I'm going to introduce our first speaker. She is from the country Mexico. She's the creator and mentor of the Miracle Mindset program. She is also an author of Happiness Through Resilience, My Miracle Journal, and the co-author of Today Inspired Latina. She's also a coach and Loni Mexico chairperson. Yeah, that's right. Without further ado, I present to you our first speaker. Let's give it up to Miss Adriana Mendez Snowden. Hi, Miss Adriana. Hello.
Hi, I'm here. There I am. How are you? Thank you very much. I feel honored again. This is the second opportunity I have to be here and share specifically today this very important topic that we need to work on it sometimes. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's really great to have you here, Miss Adriana. I'm
Thank
really
you.
glad. So
Me
without further
too.
ado, the stage is all yours, and the
Oh,
viewers are really waiting for your presentation.
oh, great. And are my presentation will just show up now?
Yes, ma'am.
There it is. Thank
Yeah.
you. Well, hello everyone. As I was introduced in such a kind manner and warm welcome, I'm Adriana Mendez Snowden, and I just want to say to thank you to Loani Global, and as a chairperson of Mexico, we always love to contribute to everyone out there, like the Global Institute of Professionals that are sharing and educating and working so hard to help others. So I'm very happy and honored to be here. And let's get into it. Self-worth and self-awareness. When I got the invitation, I was really pleased because self-worth and self-awareness, as they're one of my favorite topics. They're one of the things I needed to work with myself because I had none of self-worth and self-esteem. So before I could teach these, I have to go through it myself. And self-awareness is one of the foundations of the Miracle Mindset program. And you cannot talk about one without the other. Self-worth and self-awareness, they go hand in hand, because enable in order for us to be able to see our own value, to see this appreciation, self-appreciation, and our worth, before that, we need to get to know ourselves. And it might sound kind of obvious, right? That we know ourselves, but really, sometimes many of us, we have gone through for many years a little bit like blindfolded, a little bit like not really knowing ourselves, what our um, deep desires, what our let me just go through the I how do I change the page on the slides? Sorry, I'm just trying to change my slide. One sec. Josiah, can you help me to go on my slide, or do I change it myself over here? Okay, I think I got this. Okay, so before I tell you a little bit of what what's the importance, and although I've been introduced and it sounds really good, right? Author and coach and this and that, but the reality is I'm an expert and feeling that I were nothing. And a lot of us, the reason I mention this, because I know many people, many women and men out there, they might feel that because they're being victims, or they have emotional wounds from something that happened to them in the past, that's the reason that their self-worth is almost zero or very little, right? And what I want to share with you is, yes, that is possible, and many of us have been subjected to painful experience, but that doesn't mean we cannot build a healthy self-esteem, because self-worth, basically what it is the self-confidence and trusting our ability to think, in our ability to handle life challenges, and to know that it's our birthright to be happy and successful. You know, when they say you have to believe in yourself, and it sounds like a cliche, but it is so true. When we say believe in ourselves, believe in what? Really? Well, believe that we can handle anything that life throw at us. And if you knew you could completely handle it all, we would not be afraid. We will not be thinking so little of us. We wouldn't, we actually will start the way we admire other people. That's the way we will feel about ourselves. Now, to feel worthy and deserving, with the right to affirm our needs and wishes, cultivate our values, and enjoy the fruit of efforts. Now, why this is so important again? You know, this is February. We finished the month, and a lot of people, they were focusing on Valentine's, right? And romantic type of love, and people are celebrating, and that's beautiful, that it's okay. However, in the Miracle Mindset Academy, we focus, and the work we did in February, it was exactly self-worth, self-esteem, self-love, because the most important relationship that we must cultivate, look after, and cherish is the ones with ourselves. We are the most important people in the world, ourselves. However, it's been taught to us, the cultural conditioning, religion, society, that it's wrong to think that way, that you need to sacrifice yourself, that you need to leave yourself for last, that you're not a priority. That is wrong. And that's why we even feel shameful sometimes if we try to feel better, deserving of everything. We feel we're doing something wrong. It's very important that we squash those beliefs, get rid of them, and to stop thinking that to feel valuable and to cultivate self-worth, it's selfish. It is not. I can tell you that the way we relate with ourselves, it's actually proportionate to our relationships. The way our relationship with ourselves is exactly a reflection of what our relationship with others. Why is so important? Well, to start, because we are hurting ourselves if we don't, but we won't have healthy relationships if we don't cultivate self-worth, if we don't think of ourselves we're valuable enough. Also, you know, when sometimes people, they want to attract abundance and they practice love of attraction and they feel money doesn't come their way, well, it has to do with your self-worth. Without, maybe it could be on an unconscious level, but you might think you're not worth it, that you're not worth of all of this money and all of these blessings and all of these relationships and all of these things that your heart desire. So that is our true vibration. It doesn't matter how many times we do affirmations and we think we're doing the love of attraction and we meditate in this. If that's how we feel, that's what we're actually vibrating out there to the universe. So if you think about it, it's important because it has an impact on our work or profession, on our finances, on our relationships, on everything, even on our health. Why don't we look after our body sometimes? Why are we stuck in an addiction, or with not eating the proper foods and exercising and everything that we already know that is good for ourselves? Because maybe we think we're not worth it. So this is a very important topic. It's not one to take lightly. It's not something that we just have to say, oh, well, this is such a cliche, everybody talks about that. It is very important. And how we're gonna, how if there is someone out there that is listening to this and you feel you need to work in building up your self-esteem, and that you need to go and do like an inner work, that's when self-awareness comes here. And I'll share you why in a minute. Now, the thing with self-worth or self-esteem is that it's the immune system of our consciousness. When we talk about self-awareness, we're talking about being conscious. Okay? Now, if we don't have, and I love this description, this definition is from Nathaniel Branden. He is an author that wrote the 6 pillars of self-esteem. I love it. I love it because we can easily understand how important it is when we say a good self-esteem. It's the immune system of our consciousness. That tells you everything. So if it's poor, it's not strong, then we're not going to feel good in any of the areas of our lives. But just as the physical immune system, that we can help with vitamin C and vitamin D and eating properly and all of that, we can do the same with self-worth. That is the good news, that no matter how low you have ever felt in the past or now, I can tell you, you can build it up and have a healthy self-worth and self-esteem. Now, what self-awareness and self-worth has to do? Well, the first thing that we want to do to start this process to strengthen our self-worth is precisely to develop self-awareness, which the definition places more emphasis on the ability to monitor the inner world and thoughts and emotions as they arise. So, in my view, it's important to recognize that self-awareness is not only about that we notice about ourselves, but also how we notice and monitor our inner world, but the world around us as well. So when I know myself, right, I know what triggers me. I know why I'm feeling X, Y, or Z. I can witness my thoughts. I can analyze in a proactive way why do I believe the things that I believe. I can use self-questioning. Why am I reacting the way I'm doing it right now? So when we learn to understand and become experts, because all of the answers and the resource we have, they're already within. You know, the life of a therapist or coach or mentor, whatever, is not give you the answer, but it's just to help you activate those resources that they're already within. And the reason it's so important is because, as Daniel Goleman in his book of emotional intelligence said, self-awareness is the key cornerstone of emotional intelligence. Now, from a few years ago already, emotional intelligence became trendy. Everybody was talking about emotional intelligence. Handle your emotions and do this in a better way, right? It wasn't, some people were saying that the intellectual intelligence, the IQ, it wasn't as important as the EQ. Well, they're both important, but what it means is once when we know ourselves, we can handle everything in a better way. Now, how can we start on a journey of self-awareness? Well, first of all, one of the things that have helped me and many other people is to create space and time. I know we all live a busy life. We have families and children and works and the housework and all of this stuff, but it's very, very important that we give ourselves the time, the space, even if it's 5 minutes, or go for a walk, be in nature. Just if you're somewhere that there is a forest or a beach or a lake and whatever you can do, but even if it's in your office, if you can just put your some relaxing music and be with yourself, sit for a few minutes, take a few deep breaths, and pause during the day to listen to your thoughts without judgment and be at ease for a few minutes. A lot of people think that it requires a lot of time to do meditations and long exercises and stuff. The reality is, when you're having like a moment that you feel things getting out of control, just go quickly to a room or to a bathroom or whatever you can and pause for a second. So that's one of the suggestions for you to do that. Now, mindfulness became a topic as well that everybody was talking about. And what it is that we give our full attention to the present moment, one thing at a time. We are very used to be multitaskers, and sometimes we feel even proud about it, but that doesn't help us. That makes us feel a bit more anxious and rushing, and it's totally the opposite of mindfulness. And how do we practice mindfulness? Mindfulness doesn't require anything specifically. It just requires that your mind is where your body is. You might wonder, well, of course, Adriana, where else would it be? Well, our mind, it could be, I'm right here, right now, giving a speech, but maybe my mind, it's in my last holiday in Mexico, or when I was a child, or maybe my mind is what's going to be my next thing to do, and we're always doing it. We're driving, but we're really thinking about something else. So mindfulness is to be present fully all the time. If I'm cooking, enjoy watching the colors of your vegetables or the fruits and the smells. Engage all of your senses in the activity. If you're playing with your kids, ditch the phone, get all distractions out of the way, engage and be present in any activity. That's going to allow you to connect with your thoughts and with your emotions and get that super self-awareness that we need. Practice listening. We think that we need to be sharing more, but what about listening? When you practice listening, someone else come and they're talking to you, sometimes we can't wait for them to finish because we're already thinking what we're gonna tell them. We just want to get right there, right? We can't wait for them to finish. How about just listening? We don't need to always give advice. Sometimes they're not asking you. Just listen to what that person is telling you. That's not always gonna not only benefits you, but believe me, the other person, they're gonna love it too. It's something so simple, but we all often forget to do it. A journal your awareness. I love journals. I publish a couple of journals myself. I have always written since I'm a little girl. To me, write down my sorrows, my happiness, my dreams, my disappointment, whatever I'm going through. It's like a little emotional shelter for myself. It makes me feel like I can pour all of my thoughts and my feelings onto a piece of paper and like get it all out. And not only that, when time goes by and you go back to the pages of that notebook and you can read how you were feeling back then, or the reasons why, or you can see how you've been evolving throughout the time, and how the experiences in life, you're getting better. So it's really, really good to journal everything on a piece of paper and gain a different perspective. What this means is to keep an open mind. We are so consumed defending our own views, our own opinions, and we get into debates and we want to convince the other one that our opinion is the right one. How about just consider a different perspective, right? We'll not have nothing to lose when we open up our mind to other things that in the past we might have been very, very close. If we don't open our mind, it's like the saying says in Mexico. We says what's similar from the mind and a parachute. They only work when you open them, right? It's kind of a joke, but it's true. So the second pillar to build this self-worth or self-esteem is it's self-acceptance, self-acceptance. This is amazing. Guys, how many times you're looking at the mirror and all you see is that little spot you have, all the new wrinkles, or all the things that you wish you were, but you're not. You wish to be slimmer, you wish to be taller, you want to have longer hair, shorter hair, this and that. You didn't wear glasses. We're just only normally focusing on all the things that we don't like about ourselves or that we wish we have. And every time you caught yourself, and with the self-awareness, that's what it does. It doesn't mean you're going to become all perfect and you're never going to feel bad about yourself, but you can catch the thought of every time I said, oh, I wish I was leaner. I wish I was skinny. I wish I had more hair. I wish. Every time you say I wish, what you're really saying is you're not accepting yourself the way you are. Okay? And when we cannot accept ourselves, how can we love something that we don't accept? And without realizing, we also do this with other people. If we do it to ourselves, I guarantee you, even though we say or we think we love somebody, we're always wishing they were different in this aspect or that and that. But when we do it to ourselves, we're really hurting ourselves. There are things that they're never going to change. And the things that can't change, well, then go ahead and change them, right? But it means to be willing to experiment and accept thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and to honor every part of who we are. And I really get excited. I know you can tell. I really get excited when I talk about this because even after I got married and everything, I didn't accept myself fully. All the parts in consciousness development and spirituality, we talk a lot about shadow work. We talk about integrating that dark side that we all have. Yes, you too. Even if you think you have done a lot of spiritual work, a lot of therapies, a lot of stuff, we all have this side of ourselves that we don't like, and that we might be embarrassed, or we will never ever share to anyone, or we might have worked so hard for it to never come up again. And that is okay. And it's not about eliminating all of those shadows. It's part of who we are. And something I want to share with you, I don't advise or suggest people or my students, hey, if you do this work, you're gonna get rid of your shadows and your dark side. No, it's through that dark side that the light comes through. But what you have to do is to be doing the work and the training and to be aware of it. So you always keep your energy high. So you do the right things to be on the lighter side of yourself. But if I stop doing my work, if I stop working on myself, spiritually speaking, and my awareness and of the things that makes me happy, those shadows can come back. And for me, it led me to alcoholism, it led me to destructive behaviors, and it led me to self-hate, and not only not accepting me, but I hated me. Why? Because I didn't like that person that I was with the alcohol and all of that. But it doesn't mean that they cannot come back. I just have to be diligent in my inner work and training and doing all the things that I know they're good for me, to so my immune system of my consciousness is as strong. And if it's as strong, I'm not going back there to that dark side. But I accept that it is there, it is part of me, and I honor it. And thanks to that, I'm here today, and it's okay. So, self acceptance, very important. Number 3, self responsibility. I love this one too. We can't build anything. We cannot make changes in our life. We cannot change our mindset. We cannot do anything if we don't start for taking responsibility for our life, right? This has a lot to do. We teach this a lot on the miracle mindset, because miracle mindset is to transcend a victim or a warrior mindset. For us to transcend this victim mentality, is we need to stop blaming others for what happens to us, either in the past or now, or to think we're never gonna get what we want, or have the life that we want, or have the happiness we want. Because if we keep blaming others, then guess what? That leads to more feelings of be powerless. And we're not powerless, guys. We powerful, we're capable, we can do this. But before, we need to take responsibility for our life in every area. Yeah. So once we can do that, and we stop the feeling victims and sorry for ourselves, then we can reclaim that inner power, understanding that we have to give up the excuses and complaining. So whatever that has happened to us, there is a lot of people out there in the same circumstance that you are, that have achieved what you want to. So it's time for you to let go of all the excuses, all those stories that are not serving you, because they're just leaving you stuck there. So the change start now. How you gonna take responsibility so you can free that energy that is going to help you to create the reality that you want. So believe me, responsibility, it's a superpower that you can have. It's not something to be afraid of. I know a lot of people is scared to actually be responsible, because you say, what? I'm scared. Well, once you experience that, it is a superpower, because guess what? What happens when we do succeed? When we do something amazing, how come when we do that, we don't say, oh, it's because of them I'm so successful? No, it's because of you, because you did the work, because you set yourself out with intentions to do that, because you believe you were going to. So it is powerful. Then number 4, self-assertive. Self-assertive. One of the main reasons I get a lot of clients come to me with help, that needing help, is because they feel empty. They tell me, Adriana, I feel like I give, I help everyone, but I get nothing. Nobody helps me. I don't get anything. But it's because there is a type of personality that we like to be pleasing people all the time, and we say yes when we really wanted to say no, whether it's the husband, the children, the friend, the client, the boss. Once we learn to say no with no guilt, because sometimes when we say no, it's really hard for us. If we really feel guilty that we're letting somebody down. But remember, you are the most important person. And I know a lot of moms that say, Adriana, I can't do that. My children are the more important person. Listen, we have all heard that expression. You can't serve from an empty cup. So if I'm not fully whole, happy, at peace, I'm not really not going to be of any service to others, to the people around me and the people that I love. So yes, saying no when we don't want to do it's one of the things that you really need to learn, and you want to start practice. We have to, being self-assertive means to respect our own wishes and desires and needs and values, and never ignore them to please others out of fear. This also involves to establish personal limits. You know, somebody told me once, or I read it somewhere, that we train people in how to treat us. When we, just to give you an example, when we end up with a work relationship where they're always walking all over you, or the your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, they're not treating you well and they take you for granted and whatever, it's not their fault, really. You taught them. I know this is all unconscious, but you taught them how to treat you. So they think it's okay because you allow it. And until you say no more, this is not going to be tolerated anymore, and I'm establishing healthy boundaries, then it's gonna carry on. So yes, you can start practicing with family. Hey, can you do this? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not able to do it. You don't even have to come up with lies or anything, and it's gonna start feeling better and better and better. When somebody at work ask you something that is extra, it's not part of your job, and you want to say yes because you're afraid you're gonna lose your job, start practicing little by little. People respect you when you do that. I promise. It feels good. Number 5, live with integrity. You know, when we do what we say what we do, when we are in alignment with our values and everything that we believe in, and our words and our actions and everything about us, our behaviors, our vibrations, the way we talk to others, talk to ourselves, it's all what's the word, congruent. I think there is another word in English for that, but it's in alignment or in congruency. That means live with integrity. It's like when somebody gives you, just to give you an example, you go to the store and you get extra change, and maybe it's just like a little penny or whatever, you give it back or you keep it. Or and I'm not religious here, but there is something in the Bible I remember that says when you're loyal in the good things or honest in the small things, you're also are the same in the big things. Sometimes we think we can get away with little things, but it's all the same. What we're talking about is the kind of persons that we are. And it's so important to always act from our values, to everything that we say and express and we behave towards others. It has to be with integrity. Otherwise, there is no credibility. And guess what? The better, or the more we act giving the best of ourselves, the better we feel. So, and what we're talking about it is to feel better about ourselves, right? To increase that self-worth. Well, we want to feel we contribute to the world. We want to feel we are persons of integrity. That's going to make us feel better. And we all, before I get to this one, we all have inner values. I have done a workshop where the ladies have to write down all of their strengths, their qualities, their virtues, what are their values. And I guarantee you, when we give and act from those, you shine. You don't have to do anything. You just do. That is your worth. So be very aware. I would recommend to write down, and even sometimes when you don't know exactly what are these values or the 5 top qualities that you have in yourself, and believe me, we all have good things, we all have virtues and values, and sometimes they might be hidden. They're like a hidden treasure, but they're there. But if you can't really come up with 5 things that you love about yourself, that their values, your virtues, ask people. Don't be shy to ask family and friends, or even your contacts on social media. What is their perception? What do they think are your 5 virtues or qualities? And embody them, practice them, be that. Okay. Now, number 6, to live on purpose. What does this mean? It means to live with intention. It means that you really want to be that higher version of yourself. And how is this better version of yourself look like? How is that person? You might not be that at the moment, but you do have an idea. Maybe this person look like this. Maybe I speak like this. Maybe I behave like this. Maybe this is the job I do. How is that person? Am I kind? Am I patient? I just know that we all have this desire of being better, but better not than anybody else. We should never compare to anybody else. Better than the old version, because life, as I said before in another webinar, it's a spiritual academy, and we're here to evolve. And how do we evolve? It's by learning. And a lot of the times we learn from our experience, but we also learn from our mistakes, and we move on. And then we put intentions in everything that we do. So we're always learning something new. And the other way to be on purpose and to live on purpose and to feel good as well is when we help others, is when we love the others by service, through service. We can always be practicing love, but universal love you know, by opening the door for somebody, leaving the seat on the bus, helping somebody a bit older to take their garbage out to the bin. There is so many ways we can be of service. A lot of people think that they need to find their life purpose, and this has to be grandiose, and they have to save the world and have Nobel prizes. And you know what? That is not exactly like that. You can be and live on purpose every single day just by living intentionally. What does this mean is that when you wake up in the morning, set out an intention. Set out an intention of love, of inner peace, that no matter what's happening out there in the outer world, you're gonna remain peaceful. Remember that our outer world, and I don't mean what is happening with wars and pandemics and all of that, I'm talking about our own world. It's a reflection of our inner world. So that's why it's so important to go there, to dive deep inside, develop this self-awareness. The self-awareness, remember, is a step one to build up your self-worth. Find something that makes you happy, something that you're passionate about. Do you like painting? Do you like writing poetry? You like dancing, singing? Do you like dogs? You like to be a volunteer for the, what is it you're passionate about? And do that. Do that and give yourself to that. So I hope you enjoy this um, 6 pillars. For the ones that would like to go a bit deeper, you can get Nathaniel Branden book that it talks and helps you a lot about the 6 pillars for self-esteem. And but you can start right now. You can start getting a journal, practice mindfulness, and taking really a note on all of these 6 pillars, so you can definitely have a very strong immune system for your consciousness, and be happy and help others, and know always that every time you are, or your intention is, and act the very best you can be, the results are always going to be great. So let's start today. This is it for me. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can practice this. And if you have any questions, I'm going to stay here for a while. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was very comforting, Miss Adriana. That presentation was very fascinating, and I believe that this session will be effective for our audiences because you shared a very fruitful knowledge with us. So, thank you so much for that marvelous presentation, and thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mom, for giving your valuable time and sharing your knowledge with us today. Thank you, Miss Adriana.
Thank you.
Okay, so before moving to the next speaker, once again, I want to remind you all to please support us with your shares, tags, comment, and mention your family and friends. We will give the e-certificate link in the comment box below. And if you ever face any problem, you can collect your e-certificates directly from our website. The website is www.eduigp.com. I repeat, www.eduigp.com. After collecting your e-certificates, don't forget to celebrate with IGP by checking, okay? Okay, proceeding to our next speaker. She is from South Africa. She is an event planner. She is innovative and strategic consultancy, interested in sports, entertainment, and marketing. She is also a charity worker and is awarded by Women Leaders for the World Fellowship 2021 in Canada and My Pink Stiletto Global Amazing Woman recipient 2021 in USA. I present to you our second speaker. Let's give it up to Miss Kaylu Pakhati. Hi there, Miss KK. Hello. Hello, Miss KK. Your mic is off, Miss KK. Hello. We cannot hear you, Miss KK.
Hello,
Hello. Hi, ma'am.
how are you? I'm so sorry. I was unmuting myself, then it would mute me, then I unmute, then it mutes me again. Hello, everybody. How are you?
I'm really doing great. So, I'm not going to delay this any further. The screen is all yours, and good luck.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Ginelwe KK Pagati. I'm all the way from South Africa, and I'm so excited to be here today. And I hope everyone had a wonderful day. It is 3 o'clock where I am, 3 o'clock in the afternoon in South Africa. So good afternoon from my side. So my name is Kinelwe KK Pagati. I work for an advertising and for a marketing and reputation management agency in South Africa. I am 35 years old. I just turned 35 on the 15th of Feb. I've got a 7-year-old son who's in grade 2, and I am a lover of life and all things love and happiness. Thank you once again for joining us this afternoon, and I hope you enjoy my presentation. I must put a disclaimer that Miss Adriana has shared everything, so I'll try to share something different, and I hope you enjoy my presentation. So, we are talking today the importance of self-worth and self-awareness. So let's first start by defining the word self-worth, which is a noun. So in other terms, it's basically another term for self-esteem. In other words, self-worth is the internal sense of being good enough and worthy of love and belonging. And then when we look at self awareness, it's also a noun, which means being conscious or being aware or having conscious knowledge of your own character and your own feelings. So, those are the two definitions that I have. So, before I go on, I would just like to just make a few quotes on self worth. So, self worth is the belief that your life has value and significance. And I will take a scripture from my favorite book, which is the Bible, which say from the book of Philippians, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. What does that mean? It means I am capable. It means I'm worthy to accomplish everything that I want to accomplish. It means if not me, then who? It means I can do it. It means I am able. It means that I can. And if you can conceive any idea or anything in your mind, automatically it means you can achieve it because I am worth it and I can. Then I'll quote another scripture from my favorite book on the second book of Timothy, chapter 1, verse 7. It says, for the Spirit of God God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self discipline. So we have already been equipped with power. We've already been equipped with love. We've already been equipped with discipline. So, what is stopping us? Why are we shy to do the things that we want to do? Why can't we? You know? And then there's a quote say it says, life is too short to waste any amount of time on wondering what other people think about you. In the first place, if they had better things going on in their lives, they wouldn't have time to sit around and talk about you. So, what is important to me is not what others think of me. What is important for me is what I think of myself. Opinions of me are what's important, and not opinion of others of me are not important. Then we then now have to, when we think of self-worth and loving ourselves and believing that we are capable and believing that we are able to, if you don't believe in yourself, ask yourself this question wherever you are right now. If I don't believe in KK, if I don't believe in Kinelwe, do I really expect other people to believe in me? Ask yourself this question. If I want to achieve anything and I know I can do it, but if I want to achieve something and I know that I'm unable to do it, do I expect other people to think that I can? So those are all self-worth factors that you need to bring into perspective, where self-worth is an inside job. Self-worth is what you think of yourself. Self-worth is how you treat yourself. Self-worth is how you value yourself. And if I don't do that for myself, because I'm talking about myself, do I really expect other people to do that for me? Remember, you are responsible for yourself. If you can't love yourself, how do you expect the next person to love you? And that's very important when it comes to self-worth. So I'll just quickly jump onto self-awareness, where there's a quote by Drew Gerald where he says, look outside and you will see yourself. But if you look inside, you will find yourself. We live in a world, and I will say this, I'll make an example of, we live in a world of social media. We live in a digital world. We are all digital citizens. As far as I'm concerned, we all have either your Facebooks, your Instagrams, your Twitters, where that's a complete different world altogether. And somehow we tend to see ourselves in this fake world or fake lifestyle where what you see is not the truth, unfortunately. But this quote is simply saying, if you look inside, you will find yourself. You are not who people see on social media. You are more than that. You've got values, you've got dreams, you've got aspirations, you've got so much to accomplish. And being self-aware will teach you to dig inside. That's where you will find who you are. And then there's another quote by Veronica Tugaliva. She says, to know yourself, you must sacrifice the illusion that you already do. So we learn every day. I'm a different person than I was yesterday. I'm a different person now. So what she's saying here is that who KK was last week or a year ago is a completely different person to who she is today and who she'll be tomorrow. And these are all self-awareness things where I'll make an example of, you'll find yourself, and as we grow as young people, we'll find ourselves that there'll be a circle of friends or a group of people that we used to hang out with or spend time with. And then as you grow and as you mature and as you get older, you just don't associate yourself with them anymore. And it's not like something happened between you and those people or anything transpired. You just simply grew out of them because now you're a different creature, you're a different individual, you want different things in life, and it's okay to feel like that. We need to learn to grow. We need to learn to be okay with being okay with the things that, or the life that we are living now, as opposed to your past life. And these, again, are the things that somehow affect your self-awareness, because you are aware that I'm a grown person now. I can't be hanging out with certain people or certain individuals. These are the things that I want. And for me to achieve those things, I need to make changes in my circle. I need to make changes with my life, my habits, and the things that I want in order for me to achieve my goal at the end of the day. So self-awareness also means having discernment about what is happening within you. It is the ability to monitor your inner world of thoughts and your feelings, to understand how your thoughts and your feelings are affected by what you say and what you do. It means recognizing and rejecting the deceitful passions of impulse and of old nature. And these things, they affect how people receive us. We need to be self-aware of our behaviors so that for other people as well. So I need to be mindful on how I communicate with other people. That will affect how they treat me. I need to be aware of the things that I say before I speak. We must think before we speak, because other people's reactions, we cannot be responsible for negative reactions from other people based on the things that we say. And then there's a scripture here that says, "For I say, through the grace given unto me as KK, to every man that is amongst you, amongst me." Remember, we coexist in the world. We don't live alone. There are people around us. So we must not think of ourselves, we must not think of ourselves highly more than we're supposed to think of ourselves. We need to be mindful. We need to think soberly, which means we must be clear. Our minds must be clear. We must be open, because everything we communicate and the way we treat ourselves and the way we treat other people will internally affect our self-worth and our self-awareness. So what is the importance of self-worth? For me, and I think I once had this platform before, and I shared a bit about my story. I am 35 years old. I just turned 35, like I mentioned. And, with COVID and everything that is happening around the world, and, there are wars brewing there, people are losing jobs, there's mental health issues, everything is just happening. Everyone is just going through something. And that's why they always say we need to be kind to one another. So for me, I was diagnosed with major depression disorder, anxiety, you name it. But I suffer from mental health disorder. And when topics like these arise, they kind of assist me with regards to how do I act, how do I behave, and how can I get into a healthy mental space. And that is an inside job that I have to do for myself. Antidepressants alone cannot help me. Therapy alone cannot help me. But I myself have to help myself for myself to be okay. So one of those things is self-worth. Because if you are depressed, I don't know, for those of you who know or are going through depression, they will understand that a depressed person feels worthless. A depressed person feels like they don't have purpose in life. A depressed person is just unhappy in life, and the importance of this discussion is, what are the importance of self-worth? And these for me are daily exercises that I have to do as a person who suffers from mental health issues, where I have to understand that I myself, I am somebody in this world, and I deserve all the love and all the affection before anyone else. I have to love myself first. I have to show myself first. How do I show myself that I love myself? I take good care of my health. I do the things that I love, and the things that make me happy, and the things that fulfill me, before I can expect someone else to do those things for me. Remember, they say in relationships, people have love languages, and people's love languages are different. So what is your love language to yourself? My love language for me is going to gym and exercising and doing things that are so fulfilling for myself, that make me happy, and I'm able to do those things for me and not expect anyone else to do that for me. And then another thing is that what makes me feel happy about myself? So now I know what I need to do to make me happy. Now I have to ask myself, what makes me feel happy? about me as KK. You have to make a mental note of those things, because a depressed person or a sad person or a person who has low self-worth needs to understand and sit down with themselves and take out a notebook and just ask themselves questions about what makes me feel happy about me. I feel happy about myself when I do things for others. And I always say to myself, for me, giving or an act, if giving for me is my highest honor, giving for me is an act of service. So me putting a smile on someone else's face, me doing something that will make someone's day, me doing something that will make the next person or put the other person in a positive light, makes me feel happy about myself, that I can make someone else happy. I can make a positive change to someone's life. Those are the aspects that for me as KK, they make me feel happy about myself. So I'm challenging you right now to ask yourself, what makes you feel happy about yourself? So the next point that I have is, you do not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. So don't minimize yourself in a room of professionals thinking, who am I? I'm a nobody. Nobody knows me. Nobody recognizes me. You are someone, and you are someone special, and you are here on this earth for a special reason. I always say nobody is me, and that is my superpower as a human being. My quirkiness, my character, how I treat people, my character, all these things, they make me unique and they make me special. And I'm obligated I'm obligated as Kinere, I'm obligated as KK to know and feel that when I walk into a room, there might be 100 people in the room, but the fact that no one is me, no one looks like me, no one talks like me, no one thinks like me, is what makes me special. And I'm obligated to take my power and own who I am in a world where we are filled with different individuals. So it's loving yourself, having faith in yourself, believing in yourself. And this again is for you to understand that you were born for a reason. Imagine if your mom or your dad or one of your parents felt that they had no purpose in life. But the fact that they were able to create an amazing individual like yourself, that is their purpose. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for your mom and your dad. So, for the mere fact that you are here, the mere fact that you are listening to this today, the mere fact that you can breathe, you're alive, it means you still have a purpose. It means your time on earth, you have this, you are not done on earth. So every day you woke up, you must say to yourself, this is the day that I shall rejoice, that I shall be happy, and I shall fulfill my destiny in why I'm here on this earth today. Who am I? Ask yourself, who am I? Why am I here? What are my strengths? What are my talents? Those things, those questions will help you navigate on your purpose and your power and who you are, and why self-worth is important for you, because those things will make you realize that actually I'm KK from South Africa. I'm here. I've been given this platform. Those are all the things that give you a level of self-worth, that I'm worthy to be talking to you guys this afternoon, that I'm worthy to be able to share what I have to share with you this afternoon. And also, I need you to understand that all of you are blessed and you're highly favored. All the blessings you can think of, all the things that you want to achieve, everything that you can ever possibly want, you deserve all of it. You deserve all of it. So when we talk about self-worth, if someone says something kind and nice or does something for you, it's because you deserve it. If someone wants to show you love and affection, it's because you deserve it. You know, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. And we need to remind and teach ourselves that I am worth it. Whatever I have, whoever I am, it's because I deserve to be who I am. I am worthy to be who I am. And therefore, you must go out there and you must own your space, own those platforms. And for you that are students, you must own it. You must own it, and the world will be a better place with you. Remind yourself every day that this world is a better place because I exist. This world is a better place because I am here. So, what am I doing? You ask yourself that, what am I doing to make this world a better place? What am I doing to offer this world? You have so much to offer. Your skills, your talents, everything that you were blessed with, that you have to offer to the world. You have to offer it to yourself, and then you have to offer it to the world. And that's your superpower. That's why you are worth it, because you've got something no one else can offer to the world. You are unique and special in your own right. These days, we live in times where social media defines who we are. If I don't have, if I'm not light skinned enough, then I am not good enough. If I'm not thin enough, then I'm not good enough. The problem we have in society today is that we are defined by social media, we are defined by things of the world. But at the end of the day, we need to notice and realize what defines you is who you are. And if you don't know who you are, then you won't know what your self-worth means or what that looks like. You cannot expect love from other people when you yourself cannot love yourself. That's very, 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 very important. So I'll just take you through the importance of self-awareness. As I've mentioned, self-awareness is the capacity that a person has to introspect. Look at yourself, go inside and dig deeper. I'm not just my name. I'm not just my title at work. I'm not just a number. Who am I? Ask yourself those questions. And that is a capacity you need to have by introspecting who you are to understand the importance of self-awareness. Also, it includes self-awareness, also includes gaining an understanding of the insights into your own strengths, your own qualities, your own weaknesses, your own defects, your thoughts, your beliefs, your ideals, your responses, your reactions, your attitude, emotions, and motivations. This is an inside job. Self-worth and self-awareness is an inside job, basically. What are you thinking? What are you thinking about yourself? What am I good at? You know, what are the special qualities that I possess and own that no one else has? What are my challenges in life that stop me from achieving what I want to achieve? Also, it's very important to identify where you are struggling. And once you've identified where you're struggling in life or about yourself or your character, then you're able to establish solutions that will make you a better person, that will make you happier in life. You know, your thoughts, like I said, if I wake up every day and I say I'm ugly, I'm useless, then I'm ugly and I'm useless because I've said it. But if I wake up every day and I've got positive thoughts about myself, that I'm productive, that I'm needed, I'm wanted, I'm useful, I'm helpful, I'm kind, I'm loving, that's exactly what I'm going to portray to other people. But if I then talk negative about myself, that's all they're going to feed off from me, you know? So introspection also includes assessing how one is perceived by others, which is very important. And that's a point I've just made. If I say I'm not smart, if I say I'm not beautiful, if I say I'm not capable, that's exactly what other people are going to perceive of me, because that's how I feel about myself and that's what I'm feeding off. You know, they always say what you put out there is what you get back. So if I'm ugly and I'm stupid and I'm not smart enough, that's like the exact same response and reaction that I'm going to get from other people, unfortunately. So your thoughts are very important, as everything is conceived in the mind, then through the body, then to the world. So if I do that, then that's exactly what I'm going to bring back. It's going to come back to me. And how others are impacted. Also, self-awareness is based on your behaviors and your thoughts, we need to also be mindful how others are impacted on our behaviors, our responses, and our conducts. We cannot expect love and kindness in the world when our behavior is the opposite. How I behave, how I carry myself, how I respond to people, how I treat people will have an impact on how they receive me and how they treat me back, which is also one of the factors where, as I just said, you can't, you reap what you sow. You cannot sow bananas and then think you're gonna reap pineapples. If you sow bananas, that's exactly what you are gonna get, bananas. If you sow pineapples, that's exactly what you're gonna sow, pineapples. You cannot be unkind and mistreat people thinking they're gonna be kind back to you or treat you nicely back. So self-awareness is really how you treat yourself and how you treat other people for them to treat you according to how you treat them. It's a job, it's an inside job, it's a lesson, and those are the things that we need to be very mindful of. And self-awareness is a daily job, it's a daily activity, as I said earlier, that we learn every day, we grow every day. And when we learn and grow every day, the old self, my old self, would have been someone who's ready to attack or defend myself without giving others an opportunity to teach me or to express themselves on how I treat them. But the mature me is now willing to listen. Listening is a very important skill. It's someone who's willing to listen, to understand, then respond to answer, and not be too quick just to respond because you just want to answer. So how we, like I said, we grow every day, our behaviors change, and we learn from our experiences, we learn from our behaviors, we learn how to, we mature every day, we evolve every day. There's physical growth and there's spiritual growth, and all of these things are intertwined as to how we carry ourselves, how we behave, and especially how we respond to situations that affect us. And remember that at the end of it all is having inner peace with yourself. Self-awareness, how you respond to it, is being able to have inner peace with yourself after your behavior, after your response, and after the way you've conducted yourself, which is very important. And I hope that every day we do challenge ourselves into thinking, am I taking responsibility for my actions? Am I taking responsibility for my thoughts? Am I taking responsibility for me in being me and what me wants and what me needs to do and what me expects from me before me expecting that from other people, And we tend to have so many expectations from the next person, and we derived that actually nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything in this world. And once you understand that, then you'll be able to have a peaceful life, because everything you deserve, you owe to yourself first before anyone else can owe you anything, And that starts by, building inner confidence and self-esteem and self-worth, Having a low self-worth and self-awareness about yourself will prevent you from doing the things that you love. How are you going to do the things that you love when you don't believe in yourself? When you feel you don't have it in you to do that, it will prevent you from doing those things. Having low self-esteem and low self-awareness will take away the opportunity of developing yourself for healthy relationships with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, with whomever that you're exposed to. It will take away that opportunity of enjoying those relationships, or take away that opportunity of being part of a bigger picture other than yourself, being part of a friendship, being part of a fellowship, being part of whatever it is or whomever it is that you get to engage and socialize with, whether it's work, whether it's friends, whether it's cousins or family members, whoever it is. It will also prevent all of those things which are part of who we are as human beings. And also people with poor self and self-worth and awareness are more likely to experience declined physical, mental health, and declined physical and mental health that affects their daily lives, leading to stress and anxiety. We're living in a world where mental health is a pandemic. Mental health is a pandemic in 2022 where people feel like they've got no purpose. And if you look at mental health issues, there are a lot of factors that affect it. Some it's past traumas, some it's life experiences, some it's daily, everything that is just happening in and around us that contributes to those mental health, which essentially they affect our physical. And, you know, in order to live a wholesome life, in order to live a healthy life where you feel there's self-worth, there's self-confidence, there's self-awareness, the self-esteem is there, we need to be mindful of the things that prevent us from experiencing that. What are those things that are preventing me from loving myself? What are those things that are making me not have confidence in myself? What are those things that are affecting my health? Whether it's physical, whether it's mental, what are those things? Once you've made a note on what those things are, then that's where you start. If being around certain people affects who I am, why am I still hanging out with those people? If doing certain things affects my health, why am I still doing those things? Remember, it all starts with you, and we have a choice as individuals to make, and we have to take accountability for our own selves first. But that can only start by being aware of the things that prevent us from achieving the things we want to achieve, from achieving the things we need to achieve, you know. And I always say there's no point, you know, in having discussions like these when we can't even have the ability to create affirmation lists. You know, we know there's something called self-worth. How do you achieve self-worth? You know, we need daily affirmations. We need to do a list of the things that will bring back our confidence. They always say there's power in the tongue. There's power in the tongue. So the things we speak upon our lives and upon ourselves is what will be. If you say, I am special and no one else is like me, I will feel special because I know no one else is like me. If I love myself, I will love myself and I will show myself love. I am worthy. These are the things we need to mirror back to ourselves. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you need to say, KK, I love you. I love you must come from me first. KK, you are beautiful. You are more than enough. You know, I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of happiness. I'm worthy of success. I deserve everything I have. I have the power to create the life that I want. I am beautiful. I'm intelligent. I am fun. I'm full of life. I'm successful. I am happy. I believe in myself. I don't need anyone to tell me that. I have remarkable qualities. I am surrounded by grace and positivity. You know, nothing can stop me from achieving my dreams. People want to hear my thoughts and my opinions because my voice is important. I am powerful. I am enough. I'm perfect just the way that I am. I don't need to change who I am for anyone because, quite frankly, how I am and who I am just perfect that way. I respect myself and others appreciate me. The love I give myself is a reflection in all areas of my life. I can have everything I want in my life. I am doing a great job. I attract wonderful things into my life. I am whole and I'm complete. There is nothing I need to be or to earn love or respect. I don't need to do or change anything to earn that love and respect. My body is beautiful exactly the way that it is. Everything is possible for me. I have everything I need to succeed. What I want is coming to me. I am worthy of the compliments I receive. My contributions are valued and appreciated. There is nothing I need to change about myself to be accepted and to be loved. Nothing is more potent than my belief in me. My goals are already being accomplished. I am creative. I am strong. I am powerful. I am brave. I'm inspired. People look up to me. Many people like to be with me, around me, because they admire me. I am deeply grateful for my body, for my health, and my unique talents. Each day, I am more and more aware of my inner beauty and creativity. My life is a miracle, and I belong here. I believe in my ability to express true self with ease. I am grounded, supported, and deeply loved. I'm empowered. I am empowered to have the things that I seek for in life. If you cannot do that or say those things about yourself, no one else will do it for you. And once you do those things and you say those things about yourself, trust me, you know your worth as a person, and you are aware of your self-awareness as well, because you can claim it. If you can say it, then so I can be it. And then I always say before I close, there is power, the power of the tongue. You are who you say you are. Who you say you are is definitely who you are. So go out there and claim who you say you are, be who you say you want to be, and work towards the things that you want in life. Speak positive about yourself. Declare everything you want for yourself. Do everything you need to get to where you want to be in life, because the responsibility of that lies with you. You are capable. You are enough. You've got everything that you need to be who you want to be. Everything. You lack nothing to be who you want to be. And I know I've been talking a lot, but I've come to the end of my presentation, and I hope that um, I hope that I was able to speak positive, or to shed positive light with everyone. I hope that everyone, you know, will feed off what I've just shared, and you remember, you are special. You are beautiful, you are blessed, you are talented, you are everything that you need to be, and you've got everything that you need to be who you want to be. Show love, spread love, be love, and love yourself. Thank you so much.
That was very amazing lesson of yours, Miss Pakati. So I apologize with the technical difficulties of Miss KK. But I would like to thank you for enlightening us with your pearls of wisdom, and no doubt our viewers will be benefited today by the awareness they received through your story. So thank you so much for giving us your valuable time and sharing your fruitful knowledge with us today. Thanks to all the speakers, Miss KK and Miss Adriana. So yeah. Okay, I guess it's time for quiz time. Okay, it's time for quiz time. Let's test your knowledge on what you have learned in today's webinar. Okay, so all the top winners will be recognized with e-certificates. So yeah, don't be shy. Let's join our quiz time. Hello. Oh yeah, this is the link. Okay, go to www.slido.com. The code is IGP quiz. The link is in the comment box below. Okay, I repeat, go to www.slido.com. The code is IGP quiz. Okay, so don't be shy. Let's join our quiz today. So there's a lot of people joining. Hello to Gina V. Resurrection, to Darlene V. Ramos, Elias A. Austria, Marvic V. Clavicilia. Okay, don't be shy. Let's join everyone. We're going to start our quiz any minute now. So let's join. Again, the link is www.slido.com. The code is IGP quiz. The link is in the comment box below, so you can join. Okay, hello to Nico Dennis Miro, Dirit V. Arsaga, Marivic V. Clavicilia, Melinda Civil Hispano. So while waiting for others, I'm just going to read some comments. Catherine V. Becerra, 3CBS OA, University of Makati. Hello to you, Catherine. Okay. Oh, number one, the word importance or usefulness of something to somebody. Is it values or is it talents? Two, one, zero. Wow, 98% answered the values. That's great. Well, 2% in talents. Values is the right answer. Congrats, those who got this. To those who got wrong. Good luck. To the other questions. Yeah. Oh, number one, leaderboard, Marites and Rivera. Number two is Nico Dennis Miro. Number three is Gina Lynn V. Rex. Fourth is Marie V. Clavicilia. Fifth is Lizelle A. Dalton. Okay, congrats. The next question is, feelings of worth, usefulness, or importance is defined as, is it self-awareness or is it self-esteem? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay. The correct answer is self-esteem. 45% got the right answer. Okay. Oh, number one is Iglantina Shehu. Second is Anna Marie Joy A. Mercado. Third is Gina Lynn Resurrection. Fourth is Gina Lynn Villar Resurrection. Fifth is Nicoden S. Miro. Next question is set of standards a person uses to measure the worth or importance of someone or something. Is it character or is it values? The time is running. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, so the right answer is oh, it's values, and only 38% got the right answer. Congrats to you. Okay, still Eglantina Sheo is in the first. Second is Gina Lynn Villa Resurrection. Third is Gina Lynn V Resurrection. Fourth is Ashok Kumar Adhikari. Fifth is Jeffrey A. Salem. Okay, moving on to the next quiz. Self-segregation is most similar to separation or apartheid. Okay, let's guess what's the right answer. Is it separation or apartheid? 4, 3, 2, and 1. The right answer, people, is it is separation with 75% of the people. 75% of the people got it right. Oh. Number 5, honest awareness of your strengths and weaknesses. Is it realistic self-concept or ideal self-concept? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, what's the right answer? Oh, it's realistic self-concept with 83% of the people. 83% of the people got it right. So, moving on to the next number. An example of body awareness is naming body parts. Oh, so the number 1 is Gina Lynn V Resurrection. Yeah. So next question is an example of body awareness is naming body parts. True or false, people? True or false? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. I don't know what's the right answer. Oh, it's true. It is true. And 57% got the right answer. Okay, good job. Number 7. Number 7 of the quiz. Oh, Gina Lynn stays on the top. And yeah. So, number 7. Fitness education does not emphasize the importance of physical activity and physical fitness. Is it true or is it false? True or false, people? True or false? I wonder what's the right answer. Okay, and 0. The answer is false with 92% of the people. 92% of the people got it right. Yeah. Okay. Next. This sense of conscience recognizes our awareness of the good and avoidance of the evil. Is it conscience as process or conscience as capacity? I wonder what's the right answer. 3, 2, 1, and 0. The right answer is consider. I'm sorry. Conscience as capacity. With 27% of the people got it right. Congrats. And second to the last number. The awareness that things continue to exist even when not perceived is it object permanence or theory of mind? I wonder what it is. Hmm. 3, 2, and 1. The correct answer is, oh, it's 50-50. The answer is object permanence, with 50% of the people got it right. Okay. Oh, Ashok Kumar Adhikari is on the first. Now, Gina Lim is on the second. Great job, people. Great job. Next is the number 10. It focuses on social interest. Importance of family and belonging resonates with different cultures. Is it Adler or not Adler? Hmm. Okay, the correct answer is Adler with 98% of the people who got it correct. Congrats again. Okay, let's move to the winners. Okay, so the winners are number one is Ashok Kumar Adhikari, second is Ginaline Villar Resurrection, third is Ginaline V Resurrection, fourth is Jeffrey A. Salem, fifth is, wait, I cannot see it on the screen. Fifth is, I wonder who the fifth is. Oh, fifth is Emily M. Refugio. So, oh, six is Maribeth de la Cruz. Seventh is Amy Trina Garcia. Eight is Paul Vincent Manalo Ilagan. Ninth is Cherilyn Callejo Yamaguchi. And last but not the least, Ronaline Alcaide. So, congrats to all who won. Congrats, people. You will be awarded with e-certificate. So congrats. So to those who lost or e-quiz, you can always try next time. Better luck next time, people. Okay? Okay. So I think we're moving to question. Okay, so now is the time to ask questions to our beloved speakers. Okay, guys, type your questions in the comment box below. Don't be shy, our speakers are willing to answer your questions. Am I right, Miss Adriana, Miss KK? Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, so don't be shy, our speakers are willing to quench out the thirst of your curiosities. Okay? Type your questions in the comment box below. Okay. Is there any questions? Oh, this is the first question that we have. Good from J. Iman Sabusab. Good evening from Taguig City University, Philippines. To the speaker, what will be the steps or methods to maintain our mind healthy?
Okay, I think that question is for me. Uh, there are different things that we can do. Like one of the suggestions, it was to keep a journal, to practice mindfulness in everything that we do. But before we get to that part, my recommendation is when you hear, I don't know, in Mexico, we used to have like a TV commercial that it says, healthy body in a healthy mind, right? For us to keep our mind healthy, we also have to do it from the inside out. So having proper foods that will nourish you, having some regular exercise. Now, I confess I'm not someone like my colleague KK. I don't like to go to the gym. but I like to go for walks, or I like to ride my bike, or do some dancing in the house. That makes me happy. When I do that, I'm going to segregate serotonin, endorphins, and it's going to make my mind to feel in a high energy vibration. When somebody asks me about our mind healthy, for me, the way I see it is to keep ourselves in the light zone. That means, because we're all energy, everything is vibrating all the time, and the thing that is gonna look after our mind is to protect our energy. And the things that I practice to protect my energy, I don't even have a TV. I mean, I have a TV, but I don't have a license, so we don't watch local news or anything like that. Or in social media, I don't stop with negative news or gossip or judgment comments or anything like that. If somebody's talking to me and they're about criticizing or gossiping about somebody else, I just change the conversation or walk away, or just things that if I feel they're gonna affect my energy, I protect. I'm very protective, because I do believe our mental energy is the biggest treasure that we have. If you feel good in your mind, then you're gonna have great results in the outer space, and they are not in the outer space, but with your relationships and anything that is exterior to you. So good foods, exercising. How one of the things that you can cultivate to be in good health with your mind, it's meditation. I practice meditation, but not what you would imagine. I don't sit for 2 hours doing I mean, sometimes, not all the time I have time, but I do a gratitude prayer every morning and a gratitude prayer every night. So, and I don't only say thank you for all my blessings, but I also say thank you in advance, as all the things, health, abundance, love, everything, it's already granted. So, and I just assume it's already done. So that completely helps me go to sleep in peace, in harmony, feeling everything it's okay, or everything is going to be okay. And talking about sleep, it's very important to have a good sleep, because if we are not, the next day we're more prone to anxiety, fear, nerves, and we are going to might feel depressed, or it's going to be easier to go from that light zone into the dark one. I use this term as far as quantum physics, which is the things that I teach. So yeah, mindfulness, meditation, proper food, exercise. I love to use music therapy, because I have playlists of music that elevates me if I need that, or gets me into action for what I need to do, or simply to relax and have a mindful moment, drinking a nice cup of tea and enjoy the rain. I'm in England, so it's raining all the time. Right now it's raining. So I have to embrace the moment in full acceptance, without complaint, without think, oh, this is ruined now. So to me, it's gratitude and acceptance. If you can practice those little things little by little in your day, you're gonna feel good. Your mind is gonna be in shape. I hope that helps. Jay, thank you.
All right. So I hope that answered your question. Okay. Next question to Ma'am Adriana. Oh, this is for you, Miss Adriana. Is lack of self-awareness is a mental illness?
Not at all.
Mm,
I'm
not
not a
all.
doctor, but I do know it's nothing to do with mental illness. Lack aware is just lack of knowledge. That's just what it is. And the way I can understand it better for myself it's like, because I it happened to me. It's like a lot of people, they're going on a fast train, which is their lives, and we have all of these beliefs and values that the society, parents, our experience, everything that we have adopted and into, like if it was ourselves, and we never get off the train. We just know that there is this train, it's going fast, we don't know where it's going, we don't know when are we supposed to get off. We're unaware of these things. So I got off the train, I pause, and then I start to see, okay, wait a minute, where is that I want to go, and why do I want to go there, and is it going there makes me feel good. And it's just to get off the train and start. It's like studying yourself the way we will study somebody important, like they taught in school, they teach you about Albert Einstein, right? Or Helen Keller, whoever. And they tell us all about this character, and we look at their biography, and it's really good, and we enjoy learning about other people. Well, we want to do the same thing, but for ourselves. Become the expert of yourself. That's how I would describe it. Thank you.
Okay. So the next question is from Noemi Lamau Bakigan. Good evening. How can we help students to have a healthy mind? What are some strategies that we can apply? Thank you.
KK, I'll leave that to you.
Thank you, Adriana. How can we help students to have a healthy mind? I think when I was presenting earlier, when we spoke about self-awareness, I mentioned that when it comes to self-awareness, you need to be aware of it's either the environment or the thoughts or the things that prevent you from having a healthy mind. So the first thing that you can do to help those students is to sit down with them and ask them, what is it that is creating issues for you from having a healthy mind? Is it the people you hang out with? Is it your habits? Is it your environment? What is it? Is it your thoughts? And once you've identified those things that are preventing you from having a healthy mind, then you can start drafting a list on how to replace those things with things that are going to give you a healthy mind. So my homework for you today is to say, make a list of those things that are factors and then replace them with a positive. So instead of doing a certain hobby that affects your healthy mind, replace it with a positive hobby that will give you back a healthy mind. I will make an example. When I was going through my mental health, like before I even started therapy and all those things, I used to drink a lot of wine, and then I realized that wine is a trigger of my unhealthy mind. But then if I stopped drinking wine and maybe started going to the gym or running or doing something that contributes towards positive for my body and health, then I can see positive results. So make a list of those things that are negative contributing factors and replace them with positive contributing factors. But also be mindful that even your thoughts alone are a contributing factor to an unhealthy mind. Thank you.
All right. That was very insightful answer. Next is from Jater again. Jater J. Iman Sabusap. How do we manage negative thoughts and feelings, especially to the students like us?
I think if I may, we mentioned a journal of gratitude, right? And we're talking about negative thoughts and feelings. Those are from the inside. That's how you feel, whether people have whether external factors had anything to do about it or not. one thing Miss Adriana did mention as well, of which I always advocate for, is having a gratitude journal. And in this case, let's have a self awareness, a self worth and awareness journal where you write down the things that are negative. Why am I thinking this way? Is it because I'm unhappy in my life? And if that's the factor, what is that? Write those things down. But in order to beat the negative thoughts, we need to replace them with the positive thoughts. So as human beings, we tend to focus. If I had a piece of paper, I'm sorry, my camera's not working, but I wanted to do an exercise and just demonstrate it here. If I showed you a piece of, if I took an A4 paper and I did a dot in the middle of the page, like a full stop in the middle of the page, and I showed you the piece of paper, and I asked you, what do you see? Well, how would you respond? Would you see a dot in the middle of an A4 white piece of paper only? Or would you see everything else that is around that fills up this A4 piece of paper? And that's how we need to channel our thoughts, is that we tend to focus on small things in our lives as opposed to be appreciating the good that is actually happening in our lives. And when it comes to negative thoughts, yes, we all have challenges and issues in our lives, but wake up every day. You wake up is a blessing. Wake up and say, thank God I'm alive. Wake up and say, thank God I can breathe on my own. People are in hospitals with COVID, they can't breathe. They're struggling to do basic things that we take for granted. But if you start being grateful for the little blessings that God has given us, for the little things that we take for granted, trust me, the negative thoughts will just be diminished by all the good that is happening in our lives and all the good thoughts that are filled, that we feel in our minds. So replace negative thoughts with good thoughts. What are those thoughts? Is what are you grateful for? Small things, being able to walk, being able to breathe, being able to think on your own, being able to function fully, having family, having loved ones, all the things we just don't seem to be grateful for are the little things that we need to have gratitude for in order for our thoughts to change, and our mentality and our thinking will then follow and change, and then we'll start to enjoy life better and enjoy life more.
Okay. So I think it's time to end our webinar. So we are now today, and we are ending our today's program. Before we all leave, as the IGP community would like to give a closing remarks. Thank you to Miss Adriana and Miss KK for having with us in this today's webinar, and to our dear knowledge seekers, I would love to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for attending today's session. Hopefully, you learned something new and the learnings will be implemented into your lives. Please leave a review slash recommend on our page if you find this event helpful. Don't forget to collect your e-certificates and obviously give a check-in with IGP. Okay, please spread the information with your family and friends. We hope to see you all again in the upcoming webinars. Once again, I'm your host, and it is my pleasure to be with you guys tonight. Okay, so the certificate code in claiming your e-certificate is IGP3984. Okay, please type IGP3984 in the www.edygp.com. Okay, so once again, I'm your host, and it is my pleasure to be with you guys tonight, especially with Miss Adriana and Miss Katie. Thank you for tonight. And before I finish this webinar, I want to share a saying from Anthony J. D'Angelo. It tells us that develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. That's all for today, folks. Stay safe, wear your mask, and be vaccinated. Also, be hydrated. My name is Josiah Martanosa, your tonight's host. I'm signing out. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Bye.
you.
Bye.